All right, welcome everybody. Sorry about that. Sorry about forgetting to hit the little live button. I got tied up and was trying to get my lineup card straight, trying to get everything up and ready, and I didn't give myself enough time to do that, so I apologize. And then, of course, I didn't realize I wasn't live until the middle of the inning, until after the first inning. So, in the top of the first, Penn State, Mont Alto was able to get a hit. Their leadoff man got on. He was thrown out on the next play in a fielder's choice. And then their third batter came up and grounded into I believe, if I remember right, it was a 3-6-3 double play to end the inning. So that brings us to number 14, Wyatt Kissel, leading off the top of the second, playing first base. We'll get to what the Builders did in the bottom of the first here in a second. However, the score in the bottom right will give a little indication. So that ball was fouled away. Sheldon Ciucci, I believe is how you pronounce his name, is our starting pitcher for the Builders today in this game 2. He's a freshman out of Mechanicsville, Virginia. The ball's outside. So we have a 2-1 count here on Wyatt. 3-1. And 4 balls makes a walk.
Right fielder, number 21, Jonathan Dorsey.
So the Builders have let the leadoff hitter get on in both innings, one by a hit and one by a walk, which brings us to Jonathan Lentvorsky, the right fielder. He sees his first pitch come in, and it is called a strike. Second pitch is hit into center field, but Yuri's there, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Sorry, I was looked up and they already had it on the board.
The catcher, number 19, Nate Smith.
All right, so that brings us to the catcher, Nate Smith. That is in there for a strike. Sheldon kind of lost his balance on the follow-through. Oh, 1 count here in the top of the second inning. That's in there for a ball. Pick off back to first safely. Up says that one hit him. So that'll put Nate Smith on base. Brings up the left fielder, Braden Ziegler. There were a lot of changes to Mont Alto's lineup as compared to the Builders for this second game of this doubleheader. There's ball 1. strike as Jeremy tries a little snap throw down to first. Runner got back safely. Takes a count to 1-1 here on Braden. Ball 2. Got to talk to a few of the builders. In between games. I enjoy going down to the field and kind of talking to them. Talked to Riggs, Ellis for a little bit. Kind of made mention they could speed this second game along. That would be great. There's a big old swing and a miss for strike 2. With our count is now full. And he mentioned how this game is always the cold game, which kind of makes a whole lot of line drive right, or I guess it was a bouncer back to Moratti. Not Moratti, sorry. To Sheldon. And he spun around and fired to second for an out.
Shortstop number 9, Kyle McKee.
So that brings up shortstop Kyle McKeon, who in the first game looks like he went roughly 1 for 3. But he's looking at his first pitch he saw was a ball. But again, getting back, ball 2. Riggs mentioned to me that this game is always the cold one of the two, which makes sense as the sun goes down. Puts a lot of the field in shadow, and it's not a very sunny day today anyway. So the temperatures kind of drops as the sun goes down, and it just gets colder. So he would kind of also hope for enjoy a much faster paced game than the 2 hour and 26 minutes that the first game was. And that ball was grounded to third, and definitely a throwing error by Riggs over there from third to first.
Second baseman number 17, Gavin Kissel.
So that brings up Gavin Kissel, the second baseman. First pitch he saw was a strike. The second pitch was foul tipped back. So now Gavin's looking at a 1-2 count. Sorry, I was trying to. I'm keeping, in essence, I'm kind of scoring the game as we go on an iPad to help me out with keeping straight of everything that goes on throughout the game. So that's what that pause there was for. So there's another ball for a 2-2 count. Got to talk to Nolan a little bit in between games. Ball 3. So now the count's full. 3-2, 2 outs. We had this quite a bit last game. Told him how when he came up and hit that home run, I was talking about how the wind was blowing out, and we'll see how that would have to play a factor. And he kind of on cue just launched the ball to left field and put one on top of the old speaker box out there. So he thanked me for teeing him up and making that happen. I said, you're welcome. There goes the runner. Line ball to left field. Easily taken care of by the left fielder Carter Hayes. And that'll do it for the top of the second inning as the Lions get one run on one hit. Oh, no hits, sorry. And an error. So we'll be back for the bottom of the second inning here on Builder Stream YouTube.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Welcome back for the bottom of the second inning. So the top of the bottom of the first, what happened for the Builders was actually, I think Nate Yeary reached on a walk and stole second is what I think really happened. It's not how I scored it, but that's what I think happened. And then Cam flew out to center field, which allowed Nate to move up to third. And that first pitch to Harmon is a ball. Where when Riggs singled, that drove in Cam. Actually, no, Cam stayed at second, and then Riggs drove him in on a single. And then Caleb Russell came up and grounded into a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. So the first inning, both the top and bottom halves ended with inning-ending double plays. Kind of poetic, I guess. So Jeremy's looking at a 2-1 count now. Make that 3-1. That is not Jeremy. That is Caleb Russell. So I have them switched in my lineup on my app. So Russell fouls that ball out of play to bring it up to a full count. Check swing foul ball out of play. Caleb and Jeremy kind of share the catching duties very heavily for the Builders. And generally, when one is not catching, they're generally the DH. He skies that one. And the third baseman comes all the way in to make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Now at the plate, the first baseman, number 21, Hunter Johnson.
So that'll bring up Hunter Johnson. And the first pitch he sees is a strike. And the second pitch is more of a, I'm not going to call it a wild pitch, but was very outside. Here's a 1-1 count for the big first baseman. And he hits that to the second baseman. Nice little grounder on the put out for the second out of the inning.
Batting next, the second baseman, number 23, Nolan Edwards.
That brings up second baseman Nolan Edwards. He had a pretty good game in game one. So here he bats in game two for the first time. First pitch he sees is a ball. So then he gets hit by the pitch. So that'll put Nolan on. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Carter Hayes. Which, just from my recollection, I know I missed 1 week and one Saturday doubleheader due to basketball. This could be his first action of the season here today. His first pitch he looks at's a ball. And he hits it hard up the middle. Center fielder takes it, fires it back in for a nice little single.
To the plate, the right fielder, number 5, Jet Winslow.
So that brings Jet Winslow to the plate. In the bottom of the second here with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Let's see if Jet can keep this little rally going here that the Builders have started. All right, you score runs by stringing out together hits. That first pitch is outside for ball 1. He hits that one pretty high down the right field line, and the first baseman makes the catch in fair territory. So that'll do it for the bottom of the second. It's no runs on 1 hit and 2 men left on base. We'll be back for the top of the third inning here at War Memorial Stadium.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
All right, welcome back to wonderful War Memorial Stadium here on this warm, Sunday for Game 2. So we're back to the leadoff batter, Brady Bigler. Okay, so that is Tiller. So the Builders do have an arm warming in the pen. It is Jake Tiller. Pretty sure he's a senior out of Portsmouth, Virginia. And that pitch is rifled right back up the middle.
Third baseman, number 11, Blake Orndorff.
So that brings up the third baseman, Blake Orndorff, and he pulls one foul down the third base line. So he grounded into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. Pick-off, little pick-off move, throw back to first. And the runner goes, the throw down. He did not hold on to the ball. I'm not saying if he wouldn't have held on to the ball, if he would have held on to it, he'd be out, but it was pretty close. So now we got a runner on second and a 1-1 count, and that ball gets hit to the second baseman into right field, and it's way up the line. So Brady scored rather easily from second.
The designated hitter, number 15, Caden Smith.
So that'll bring up Caden Smith, the DH, for this second game of the day. And Caden grounded into a double play in his first at-bat. And the first pitch he sees from Sheldon here is a strike. And there he goes again. And he grounds into a second inning-ending double play. I'm sorry, not an inning-ending, just for the first two outs. That was a hard ground ball right to second base. And Cam fielded it.
First baseman, number 14, Wyatt Kissel.
fielded it right at second for a double play. So that brings up Wyatt Kissel, who walked in his first at-bat. On the first pitch, first 2 pitches he's seen, he's now got a 1-1. That ball was also hit hard up the middle.
Right fielder, number 21, Jonathan Latvorsky.
So that brings up Jonathan Lindvorsky, the right fielder. First pitch he sees is the ball. He's 0 for 1. He flew out in his first at-bat. That's grounder to third.
The catcher, number 19, Nate Smith.
So that'll put runners at the corners for the catcher, Nate Smith, who was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. He watches his first strike go by. So that gives us, and he pulls that one foul. He took that inside pitch and yanked it foul. Pulls that one foul again. So the play is made by assistant coach Chris Scarola. Another foul ball. He fouled that one off himself. So here comes the 1-2 pitch again, and that ball's hit sharply to third. Riggs scoops it up and makes a much better throw over there to first to get the runner. So that'll do it for the top of the third, where the Lions get to add a run. We'll be back for the Builders' half of the third inning right after this.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Leading off for the Builders in the bottom of the third, the center fielder, number 0, Nate Yeary.
All right, so I apologize to any of you Mont Alto fans. I'm not sure who I had starting pitching, but it was Elijah Snyder was who got the start. He's a junior out of Chambersburg, PA, 6 foot tall. Nate Erie's up, and he pulls that one down the line. And that ball gets booted by the right fielder, and he's in there for not really a double, but give him a hit and an error.
Now with the shortstop, number 2, Cam Weston.
So that brings up Cam Weston. As Cam sees his first pitch of this at bat is a strike. Second pitch in is a ball. Cam's a junior out of Chester, Virginia. And there goes Nate. Takes off on the pitch. Woo. He called him safe. Which that would be just barely safe then. So the pitch on the stolen base was a ball. So now Cam's looking at a 2-1 count. Kick, delivery. He hits it up the middle to the shortstop. And he throws it over to first, but Yeary
Now batting the third baseman, number 15,
Yeary scored on the play anyway. So that ties the game. Brings up Riggs Ellis, the third baseman, who singled his first at bat. First pitch he sees is a ball in the dirt. There's the pitch, and it's fouled back to the screen. Makes it to a 1-1 count. It's kind of noticing that they're kind of obliging on the little bit faster pace of this game than the last one. Riggs hits that down to the third baseman. And third base throw pulls him off the bag. And the swipe was missed.
Now batting for the Penn School, the catcher, number 14, Jeremy Harmon.
So that brings up the catcher, Jeremy Harmon. They throw over for Riggs. They throw over again. That ball got away from the catcher as Riggs makes his way to second. Jeremy's looking at a 2-0 count. Jeremy strokes that ball into left, into more so center, left center field. Riggs comes around to score. Jeremy holds up at first for the Builders. Well, I almost said first lead of the day, but that'd be a lie. It's their second lead of the day.
Now at the plate, the designated hitter, number 9, Caleb Russell.
So that brings up Caleb Russell. Who flew out in his first at-bat. We're having a little mound chat with the pitcher-catcher in the left side of the infield. Shortstop and third baseman. As Caleb Russell comes to the plate. And that's a ball low. Would swing and a miss by Caleb. The fans are still hanging out, all bundled up here at War Memorial to support their Builders. Few people have made the trip from Mont Alto as well to come out and support their team. It's always good to see fans from both schools here in attendance. Caleb Russell kind of golfs that one down the left field line, and it is foul. Takes one hop over to short little brick fence. Everyone will go back. So there's 1 and 2. It's now the count. Elijah set, steals, outside, ball 2. Ball 3. So we got a full count now, 3 and 2. To the DH, Caleb Russell. Jeremy Harmon takes his lead at first. And that's ball 4. So Caleb has earned his walk. I remember overhearing a conversation last season down on the field. I'm pretty sure it was in between games between Jeremy Harmon and somebody, and he did not even classify himself as a speedster. So don't foresee him taking off for a stolen base here anytime soon. As Hunter Johnson steps in, and he drives that ball to center field. The center fielder makes a catch in deep center field. The amazing speedster, Jeremy Harmon, who trips over the bag at third, is in safely.
That brings to the plate the second baseman, number 23, Nolan Edwards.
So that brings up Nolan Edwards, second baseman. He checks swing, but it was a strike, so doesn't much matter. Nolan was hit by a pitch at his first at bat of this second game. He stands in with his open stance, and he hits the ball hard to the shortstop, and he goes off his glove. And Jeremy Harmon comes in to score.
Coming to the plate, the left fielder, number 25, Carter Hayes.
So that brings up Carter Hayes, the left fielder. And he hits the ball foul down the third base line. Carter is 1 for 1 in this game with a single. He hits it to the third baseman, scoops it up, and throws across the diamond for the third out of the inning. So that'll do it for the bottom of the third. The Builders put up 3 this half inning and take the lead 4-2. And we'll be back here on Builder Stream YouTube.
The USC not only provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's a leveling playing field for everybody.
All right, we're back here. Oops, wrong camera. We're back here at War Memorial Stadium for the top of the fourth. We have a pitching change for the Builders. We have number 3, Jake Tiller, coming in. Jake is a senior rigger out of Portsmouth, Virginia. He went to Churchland High School. So he's going to come in now and take over the pitching responsibilities for the Builders. There's 2 more warm-up tosses for Jake. And then we'll get this top of the 4th inning underway. So the Builders are kind of doing what you need to do in order to win games. That being when an opponent scores, you come back in your half of the inning and answer the score, hopefully, and with more runs than what they put up. So the Builders were able to do that. They did score in the bottom of the 1st, and then Penn State, Mont Alto was able to put up a run in the next 2 innings each, so that gave them 2, and the Builders came back at the bottom of the 3rd with 3 of their own. Another good sign is if you're putting up crooked numbers on the scoreboard in a half an inning. So the first pitch was a ball. The second pitch was sent to the shortstop, Cam Weston, and easy put out.
Shortstop, number 9, Kyle McKeon.
So that brings up Kyle McKeon, the shortstop. He reached on an error in his first at-bat. His first pitch from Jake is a ball. The second pitch is grounded to second base. Nolan picks it up and throws. And Hunter with a long stretch stayed on the bag. That is not.
The second baseman, number 17, Gavin Kissel.
Hunter had to stretch pretty well to get it. He stayed on the bag for the out. So that's 2 outs in the inning. So again, pretty quick so far. There's a ball on the first pitch to Gavin Kissel, the second baseman who flew out in his first at-bat. There's another ball. Honestly, almost in the same spot as what it looked like from up here. There's a strike. Jake has had I'll say pretty efficient inning as that ball gets popped into left field. The left fielder gets under it, makes the grab for an easy 1-2-3 inning for the Builders. So that'll do it for Mont Alto in this half inning. When we come back, we'll have the bottom of the 4th inning for the Builders right here on Builder Stream YouTube.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th, getting ready to get started here. War Memorial Stadium. The Builders will bring Jet Winslow to the plate, followed by Nate Yeary, and then Camden Weston. So here's Jet Winslow, the right fielder. He flew out to the first baseman in his first at-bat of the day. He will not be flying out. Instead, he will be hit by the pitch. And he went and tossed the ball back to the pitcher after it hitting him. So that takes us back to the top of the lineup with Nate Yeary, center fielder, who singled in his last at bat, or doubled. There's ball 2. Sorry, guys. I got distracted by what I thought. Well, I know it was a dog running out beyond the outfield fence. But kind of looks like Riggs' dog. Nope, there's Riggs' dog. Never mind. So the dog running around the outside of the stadium does not belong to Riggs Ellis. His dog is safe and sound. Yeary took off, got in safely on that pitch. I'm sorry, that's not Yeary. That is Jet. So Jet Winslow gets a stolen base. As Yeary's count is now 3-0. Kick the pitch, and 4 balls makes a walk. So the Builders are getting in business as they have runners on first and second, with a shortstop Cam Weston coming up to the plate. There is action out there in Mont Alto's bullpen. And the pitch is a strike. First pitch is in there for strike 1. For Cam, who is grounded out and popped out in this game 2. So the Builders are now starting their 3rd trip through the lineup against Elijah. He pulls Cam square to bunt, and he pulled back for a ball. Runners at first and second take their lead. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And Cam bunts it down the first base line. He was not touched, in my opinion, but it's a very well executed sacrifice bunt.
Now batting the third baseman, number 15, Riggs Ellis.
So that'll bring not up. It does bring Riggs Ellis up to bat. However, I think we're going to have a pitching change first. So as the coach comes out to the mound, and he takes the ball from the pitcher, from Elijah, we have a new pitcher coming in the game, and we'll introduce you to him on the other side of this break.
The thing that sets Whirlies apart is that our people here truly care. They're here because they love their jobs and they want to learn more.
What I like about Whirlies is the people, the team I work with every day.
My favorite thing about working at Whirlies is that it's more like a family. I mean, it is work, but it's not.
They actually treat me like a person and not a number. And this is the first company where I really feel like I belong.
Here at Whirlies, it's a great atmosphere. They really care about the customers, really care about the employees. We do whatever we got to do to make the job right.
Like the team, everybody's a team player. All about doing the right thing for the customer, taking pride in your work. It's just overall a great company to work for.
You know, we really do have an awesome set of guys. It's kind of cool. We got a great team. We have fun together, from my plumbers to my air conditioning guys to my crawl space guys. Everybody like works together as a team. They're just phenomenal.
We have training programs. We like it when people come in and they don't really know what they want to do, and we're able to help them find a trade and do things such as like paid for apprenticeship programs for HVAC, plumbing, electrical. We've sent people as far as Texas to also doing them here locally. We just truly like to see our people grow and succeed and get to the next step of their career. We want people here who truly aspire to be the best in their fields.
Right, welcome back. So the new pitcher for Mont Alto was number 31, Cameron Bailey, the 6-foot sophomore out of Mercersburg, Pennsylvania. He gets to come in here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and face Riggs Ellis, who was 1 for 2 in this game. Reached on an error as well as singled. So Riggs singled in the 1st inning and reached on an error in the 3rd, and then came around to score later in the 3rd inning. So Riggs is coming up with runners on 2nd and 3rd, and 1 out. So great RBI opportunity, especially since he's got the speed of Nate Erie on second base. So a base hit in the outfield easily scores Erie, honestly. So that first pitch is in for a strike. Riggs fouls that ball away down the right field line. So Riggs is quickly down 0-2. Cameron comes set. He delivers. Riggs drives the ball deep down the right field line, but that bounces in foul territory, skips over the wall, and heads over near the bullpen. So Riggs will get another shot at this 0-2 count. Nate Erie on second, and Jet on third. He comes a little more inside. Riggs pops it up down the first base line. Easily caught by the first baseman in foul ground.
Now the plate the catcher, number 14, Jeremy Harmon.
So that brings up the catcher, number 14, Jeremy Harmon. See if he can give the Builders a little bit more insurance here in the bottom of the 4th. So that first pitch is a swing and a miss. Jeremy stands in, ready for the second pitch. Another swing and a miss. You know, like I said a few seconds ago, maybe a few minutes ago, when Riggs was up, all it really takes is a base hit into the outfield, and Nate Erie's going to score easily to give the Builders a 4-run lead. But we'll have to wait and see. See, he hits that in the air. He is not happy with himself as he hit that into center field, and it is caught by the center fielder for the 3rd out of the inning. So that'll do it here in the bottom of the 4th. The Builders make some noise, put some runners on. However, they cannot capitalize. So the score remains the same. Builders lead by 2. We'll be back here on Builders Stream YouTube.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Welcome back for the top of the 5th inning here at War Memorial Stadium. Jake Tiller is on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. He had a very efficient 7-pitch 3rd inning. Let's see if he can keep that up. I mean, I don't expect him to keep that exact thing up because that is a pretty good inning. But we do want the Builders to keep holding Mont Alto to that old goose egg out there on the scoreboard in each half inning from here on out. So there's a final warm-up toss, throw down to second. The Builders pass the ball around, give it to Jake. And it brings us to the top of the lineup to lead off this 5th inning with Brady Bigler. He's 2 for 2 in this game. So he is having a very good 2nd game of this doubleheader. That first pitch was a little high and tight. So in the 3rd inning, he did single and later came around to score the run of that inning. As he pokes that ball down there to Nolan at second. Nolan fires it to Hunter, and around the horn it goes for the first out of the inning. So that brings us to Blake Ornborf, who is the 3rd baseman in this game. He DH'd in the first game. His first pitch he saw in this at-bat was a ball. And the second pitch he saw, he liked and sent it over to Cam at short. Fires it to first to Hunter. And again, around the horn the ball goes for the 2nd out of the inning. That brings us to the designated hitter of this game, Caden Smith, number 15. He is 0 for 2 today with 2 ground outs. His first pitch is in there, called a strike. The second pitch is a ball. And another ball. And I will be honest, unless I've missed a pitch, you know, Tiller's got 2 pitches to work with to get out of this inning. So, and there's a hard hit ball to right field. It's going to bounce in fair territory and kind of die. That grass must be thick out there, because that's like the second or 3rd ball I swear I've seen today just kind of die out there when it hits the grass. So that brings us to Wyatt Kissel, number 14, the first baseman for this game. He's up. And that's a ball. So there's the 7-pitch inning out the window, but that's okay. And that ball's pulled just fair down the right field line. And the runners will hold up at third. Second and third. Because that ball landed right on the line. So that brings us to Jonathan Lentvorsky for 21. Big right fielder for the Lions. The first pitch he saw was a ball, as well as the second pitch he saw. And Jake throws the next one in for a strike. It's a 2-1 count now for Jonathan. Make that a 3-1 count. So he can be a little picky about this next pitch as far as what he sees. The runners on second and third take their lead, and he walks them. So that brings Nate Smith up to the plate. Jeremy Harmon went out to talk to Tiller, give him a little pep talk. Tell him, come on, man, you're doing all right. It'll be okay. We just need one out. Just keep it low, let him put it on the ground, and we'll be out of this inning with no harm done. First pitch in to Nathan Smith, the catcher, was a ball. Smith has been hit by a pitch and grounded out in this game. The second pitch was a ball. What we don't want to do is give them easy runs, such as walking them in. There's a strike. Take the count to 2-1. Tiller sets. And it's a weak ground ball to the first baseman. Hunter takes it himself for the third out of the inning. That'll do it. So, again, Mont Alto makes some noise, loads the bases, but they bring none across. Through 5.5, the Builders still hold on to their 2-run lead. We'll be back.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th inning here at War Memorial Stadium. In between innings, the guy that came out to warm up the pitcher while Nate Smith put his gear on. Weirdly enough, came out in full catcher's gear. Generally, you just see a guy come out with a mask. So, almost had me thinking there was a change in who was catching, but not the case. So the Builders lead off this inning with Caleb Russell, designated hitter, followed by Hunter Johnson, and then Nolan Edwards. So the first pitch Caleb sees is a strike. So Caleb is 0 for 1 today. He's in this game. He's walked and popped out. He popped out in the second and then walked in the third. And he's seen 2 strikes so far at this at-bat. He's down in the count 0-2. So the third pitch is a ball outside. All right, Russell pops that one high towards the bullpen and towards the dugout and foul ground, and the third baseman makes a catch. There is a lot of wind, and that's kind of playing havoc with the field guys in the field. To where we've seen about 3 or 4 of the Lions players tracking high fly balls fall down after they've caught it. So Hunter takes that first pitch, pulls it down the first base line. The first baseman did catch it. However, when he flipped it to the pitcher, he could not keep it in his glove.
Next to the second baseman, number 23, Nolan Edwards.
So that brings up Nolan Edwards, who has singled him and hit by a pitch in this game. The first game he went yard to left center. So, and the first 2 pitches he has seen in this at bat have both been balls. Nolan fouled that one back. It actually went through the netting. It hit right at the netting and the wire and kind of broke those zip ties, which is about the trajectory for me exactly. So thank God that was there. So now 3-1 count. Nolan can be a little picky here. Kind of sit on his pitch. So he told me there's a strike in the first game when he hit that home run. He said he threw him 2 curveballs and a fastball. And he just knew the curveball was coming again on that last pitch that he took out over the left field wall. So there's a soft grounder to the short. No, I'm sorry, second base. Easy put out.
Now coming to the plate, the left fielder, number 25, Carter Hayes.
So that brings Carter Hayes to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He's also been hit by a pitch and singled in this game. So Hunter's now on second. That's not Hunter out there. Okay, that is Hunter. All right. There's strike two on Carter. All right, so now the count's even 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And there's a ground ball to deep second. And he got him. So that'll do it for the Builders in the bottom half of the 5th inning. We'll be back for the top of the 6th to see if the Lions can cut into this Builder lead.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Welcome back for the top of the 6th inning. The Builders hope to hold on to their 2-run lead. Jake Tiller's out for his 3rd inning of work. In all reality, he has had a very efficient 2 innings of work so far, throwing 24 pitches, 13 balls, and 11 strikes. So the Lions will bring up the bottom of their order, starting with Braden Ziegler, Kyle McKeon, and Gavin Kissel. So Jake will face Braden Ziegler to lead off this inning. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded into a fielder's choice and grounded out. So let's see if we can keep that streak alive of him getting out, at least. There is some action down there in the Builder bullpen. First pitch in to Braden is a ball. And second pitch is also a ball. And the third pitch is a ball. And 4 straight pitches, and it's a walk. So Braden gets on with a walk.
The shortstop, number 9, Kyle McKeon.
In the top of the 6th inning, which brings up Kyle McKeon, who reached on an error and grounded out. He grounded out in the 4th. Reached on an error in the 2nd, and the first pitch he sees is a ball. So that would be 6 straight balls for Tiller. As, Ben Jones looks to the bullpen, and he's kind of like, hey, speed him up. I think I've seen enough of this. Harmon's out there to kind of calm him down. Maybe even buy a little time. As he peeks to the bullpen, honestly. That's a little funny. There's a strike. So apparently Harmon did a little bit of good, calming his nerves a little bit, hopefully. Hopefully he gets back on track, throwing strikes. I don't think that one was a strike. However, it makes it count even at 2-2. Because Kyle swung. All right, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So there's the first out of the inning, which brings us to Gavin Kissel, the second baseman, who is 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts in this game, both of them to left field. And there's another strike. I don't know what Harmon said to Jake Tiller, but it has definitely brought on the strikes. And there's a throw over to first. Just checking him to make sure he's honest. As Tiller adjusts his cap and gets back on the rubber. The pitch. Outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So Jake has kind of turned this half inning around so far. Being a little closer to the strike zone. Getting these guys to swing and miss. There's a ball in the dirt. It counts even 2-2. 1 out. Braden Ziegler on first. Here's the pitch. And that ball is hit hard to the third baseman. He scoops it up, makes the throw across the diamond for the second out of the inning, which will bring us to the top of the order for the Lions. That brings us to Brady Bigler, the center fielder, who is 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and a ground out to the second baseman. First pitch was in for a ball. Second pitch, he swings through for a strike 1. Even the count at 1-1. And there's a base hit into the gap in right center field. Yeary picks it up and throws it into Nolan. However, Braden comes around to score. And that'll do it for Jake Tiller's night. As he will be replaced, and we'll introduce you to the new apprentice, the new Builders pitcher on the other side of this break.
The thing that sets Whirlies apart is that our people here truly care. They're here because they love their jobs and they want to learn more.
What I like about Whirlies is the people. the team I work with every day.
My favorite thing about working at Worley's is that it's more like a family. I mean, it is work, but it's not.
They actually treat me like a person and not a number. And this is the first company where I really feel like I belong.
Here at Worley's, it's a great atmosphere. They really care about the customers, really care about the employees. We do whatever we got to do to make the job right.
Like the team, everybody's a team player. All about doing the right thing for the customer, taking pride in your work. It's just overall a great company to work for.
You know, we really do have an awesome set of guys. It's kind of cool. We got a great team. We have fun together, from my plumbers to my air conditioning guys to my crawl space guys. Everybody works together as a team. They're just phenomenal.
We have training programs. We like it when people come in, they don't really know what they want to do, and we're able to help them find a trade and do things such as like a paid-for apprenticeship programs for HVAC, plumbing, electrical. We've sent people as far as Texas to also doing them here locally. We just truly like to see our people grow and succeed and get to the next step of their career. We want people here who truly aspire to be the best in their fields.
Right, welcome back here to War Memorial Stadium, where number 16, I just had his name, Ryan Watson, is coming to pitch for the Builders. He is going to face the third baseman, Blake Ornborf, here in the top of the 6th inning, where the Lions have already pushed across 1 run to cut the lead to 1. And the first pitch is outside, ball 1. And the second pitch is a little farther outside for ball 2. And outside for ball 3. And on the stream, I put all of those balls in the strike column. I promise I can read, everybody. There's a strike. So here comes a 3-1 pitch. There's strike 2. Take the count full. So, had this a few times in the first game. 3-2 count. 2 outs. Runner will be going. Ryan steps off. As he steps back on, gets new signs. He comes set. Delivers the pitch. Foul tip. To keep the count full. So, 3-2 pitch. As the runner goes. Hard hit ball up the middle. And Cam just couldn't get there. Nolan was there to back him up, like a good second baseman should. So that brings us to the designated hitter, Caden Smith. Number 15. He's 1 for 3 today with 2 ground outs and a single. See if we can keep the bleeding to a minimum. First pitch is in there for ball. Ryan comes set, throws inside, ball 2. Builders definitely want to get out of this one without allowing any more runs. And the pitch, inside, ball 3. So again, Ryan takes it straight to a 3-0 count. And on the 4 straight pitches, he gives up the walk. Out comes Ben Jones. And it looks like it'll be another call to the bullpen. So with that, we'll take another break, and we'll be back here on Builder Stream YouTube at War Memorial Stadium, and we'll introduce you to the new pitcher after this.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
Now pitching for the Builders, number 1, Jaden Anderson.
All right, welcome back into this beautiful stadium here for hopefully what is the last out of this inning, as Jaden Anderson, number 1, sophomore out of Charleston, West Virginia, takes the mound to try to get this last out of the top of the 6th inning. He doesn't come into a, I don't want to say a wanted situation, but an expected situation. Let's put it that way. You know, you don't really want to come in with bases loaded. But that's the hand Jaden was dealt today. So let's see where he goes from here. First pitch is a strike right down the middle. Jaden gets his signs, gets set, and gets ready for the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. That kind of goes back to what I mentioned earlier. Catcher set up outside. The pitch is inside of that, but yet it's right over some of the meat of the plate. So Jaden's brought it to an 0-2 count. And that one gets fouled down the line. Judging by the reaction of Wyatt Kissel, I actually think it may have gone off his leg because he kind of hopped after he fouled it off. So 0-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Can Jaden get us out of this little jam that we find ourselves in here in the top of the 6th inning? Foul tip. Coach Scarola wanted to warm up. Kind of took a little more than a jog to go to the ball, but Mont Alto's on deck batter got it. The 0-2 pitch again. Little high. Ball 1. Jaden's going to fill the traditional kind of closer role for the team this year. That was held by Logan Mize last year. Here's a pitch, and he hits that into center field. Yuri tracks it. He's under it and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So that'll do it for the top of the 6th inning. The Lions get 1 run, cut the lead by 1 run. And we'll be back at War Memorial Stadium to see what the Builders can do in the bottom of the 6th, hopefully to add to their lead before the 7th.
Has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
All right, here we go for the bottom of the 6th inning. Builders bring up the bottom of the order and then go to the top of the order. So that's Jet Winslow leading off, followed by Nate Yuri, Camden Weston. Should we get there to be Riggs Ellis, and then Jeremy Harmon. And if Harmon bats, hopefully that means we've put at least one run across. So here's Jet Winslow to start off the bottom of the 6th inning. Cameron Bailey is on for, I believe, his 3rd inning of work, and he's thrown 23 pitches, so he's had a pretty efficient evening since coming out of the bullpen. First pitch was a ball. And then hard hit line drive to the second baseman.
Now to the top of the lineup, the center fielder, number 0, Nate Yuri.
So I'll bring up Nate Yuri, the center fielder. As he comes up to bat with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And he hit it hard up the middle. And he's safe due to the first baseman not catching the ball.
Now with the flick to shortstop, number 2, Cam Weston.
That'll bring up Cam Weston, the shortstop. Cam's 0 for 2 today. Fly out, sack, bunt, and a ground out. The first pitch he sees is a ball. Nate Yeary at first. I'd expect they'd pay him a little attention. Because I'm pretty sure he's already swiped one bag in this game. That pitch was inside for ball 2. Nate takes his lead. Ball 3. So Cam has worked himself into a 3-0 count. With a runner on first. And there's a strike. Take the count to 3-1. And that ball's fouled up and out of play down the right field line. For strike 2. All right, so we got a full count here, 3-2. Nate on first. He's going, as I suspected, but that's a foul tip back to the screen. So Cameron Bailey, the pitcher, goes and puts his toe on the rubber, looks in for the signs. As Nate gets his lead on first. And they throw over. That wasn't even a good throw over. So, as Cam steps in, 3-2 count. And they go back over again. Kind of almost expecting Nate to take off, as, not going to lie, as I am, on the 3-2 pitch. And there he goes. But it was ball 4 anyway. So, in the long run, doesn't matter. So that brings up Riggs Ellis, the third baseman. He's 1 for 3. Singled, flown out, also reached on an error. So the Builders are looking to do a little bit of damage, hopefully, here in the bottom of the 6th inning, with Yeary on second and Cam on first. And it got under, it just went under the glove. So Nate will score easily. Cam to third. And Riggs reaches again on an error.
Now the plate to catcher number 14, Jeremy Harmon.
All right, so that brings up Jeremy Harmon to the plate with 1 out. He has a strike on him. We got Riggs on first, Cam on third. It's a ball. So 1-1 pitch. Big old swing and a miss for strike 2. As the corners are kind of crashing. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why. Harmon's not a big, haven't really seen him bunt a lot. There he backs up. Foul ball. Straight back to hit the top of the press box. Probably right over Walker McCreary, the SID's head. And foul tip. Keeps himself alive for another 1-2 pitch. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat for Jeremy, as he's looking to add to this builder lead, trying to stretch it back to 3 runs at least. There goes Riggs as the balls get shot between short and third. That brings the coach out to the mound. So the Builders have added to their lead. Have even kind of gone up, made it a 6-run lead. And the coach is bringing in the center fielder to pitch. So with that, we'll step aside, and I'll introduce you to the pitcher when we return from this quick break.
The thing that sets Whirlies apart is that our people here truly care. They're here because they love their jobs and they want to learn more.
What I like about Whirlies is the people, the team I work with every day.
My favorite thing about working at Whirlies is that it's like a family. I mean, it is work, but it's not.
They actually treat me like a person and not a number. And this is the first company where I really feel like I belong.
Here at Whirlies, it's a great atmosphere. They really care about the customers, really care about the employees. We do whatever we got to do to make the job right.
Like the team, everybody's a team player. All about doing the right thing for the customer, taking pride in your work. It's just overall a great company to work for.
You know, we really do have an awesome set of guys. It's kind of cool. We've got a great team. We have fun together, from my plumbers to my air conditioning guys to my crawlspace guys. Everybody works together as a team. They're just phenomenal.
We have training programs. We like it when people come in, they don't really know what they want to do, and we're able to help them find a trade and do things such as paid-for apprenticeship programs for HVAC, plumbing, electrical. We've sent people as far as Texas to also doing them here locally. We just truly like to see our people grow and succeed and get the next step of their career. We want people here who truly aspire to be the best in their fields.
Now in center field for Mont, Alto, number 13, Brady Cullen.
All right, welcome back. So we kind of have a double switch here, a little in a way. We have Brady Bigler coming on to pitch out of center field, now pitching for Mont Alto, and replacing him in center field is number 13, Brady Cullen. So basically we still have Brady in center. So that brings Caleb Russell to the plate, who has popped out, walked, and he has 2 flyouts and a walk. However, his flyouts were, short pop outs in all reality. He skied them. So, stepped off. Really? We're doing this? So the Builders have put up another crooked number on the board, which is always a good thing here so far in this inning. With 1 out. Brady looking in for the sign. He comes ready. His first pitch is outside for a ball. Here he comes set for second pitch. Also a ball. It's now dark here in Hampton, Virginia. Feel like seeing the lights used more in these 2 games than all of last season combined. Here's the pitch. High, ball 3. So Brady has come in from center field and thrown 3 straight balls to Caleb Russell, the DH. Home run leader of the team with 2. And there's 4 straight balls.
Next, the first baseman, number 21, Hunter Johnson.
So that walks the bases loaded for Hunter Johnson. The first baseman is grounded out, flown out, and reached on an error so far today in this game. The infield plays in, trying to keep another run from scoring, which to some extent, double play depth would kind of do the same thing. So, who am I to judge the coach? I'm just the video guy. Brady comes set, and Hunter looks at strike 2. So Hunter's swung at a strike, looked at a strike. Let's see what he gets for an 0-2 pitch. He sees a pitch he likes. And he hits it to the second baseman. And I'm sorry, guys, for not cutting away. Who went to throw home, bobbled the ball, went to throw to the second, and the second baseman dropped the ball.
The second baseman, number 23, Nolan Edwards.
So that brings up the second baseman, Nolan Edwards. He looks at strike 1 on the first pitch. Nolan, who did go yard in game 1. Infield still in with 1 out. A little bit of a wild pitch pass ball. Second pitch is a ball. Honestly, on that play, had the second baseman just fielded it, flipped the shortstop at second base, it's probably an an easy 4-6-3 double play to get out of the inning. And Nolan hits the ball to short, and it kind of eats them up, and and we score. Harmon gets in again.
Now at the plate, the left fielder, number 25, Carter Hayes.
So that brings up Carter Hayes, number 25, the left fielder, who's singled and grounded out twice. He swings and whiffs at the first pitch for strike one. So now it's kind of more of the, I'm not going to say completely traditional. The corners are in a little bit. I mean, second and short are in a little. They're not in their traditional depth. As the second pitch is a ball. So Carter's looking at a 1-1 count. Bases are loaded. And there's a pass ball. However, it came off the brick pretty hard. So the runners were unable to advance. That was a strike. Looked a little inside from here. But, so here we go. 2-2 count for Carter with one out. And swings through it for strike three for the second out of the inning. So that brings up Jet Winslow, right fielder. Jet's 0 for 2 today. He's been hit by a pitch. He lined out and flew out. Builders are still hoping for some little more assurance. Pitch is outside for ball one. Put up 4 runs this inning. Run up to the 5-run lead now. And there's second one's inside for ball 2. So I was looking at the history of this series as a whole. That gets poked down the right field line, foul. First strike one. Yesterday I looked at it. It said 18-2. The Builders had the advantage, 18-2. So with the split yesterday, that took it to 19-3. With the win earlier today, it's 20-3. Are the Builders against these Lions of Mount Alto. So the Builders have kind of had their number as the series as a whole is gone. Three 3-1 count. Jet can be a little picky here. Here's the pitch. It's way outside. Like, it wasn't even close. So that takes us back to the top of the order. Nate Yeary. So Jet actually started this inning, I think. So the Builders have batted around. This is Nate Yeary's second at bat this inning. comes set. He hits it hard, and the second baseman, it was a nice hard line drive actually over the second baseman's head. And he jumped to catch it, and it just went in and out of his glove.
The shortstop, number 2, Cam Weston.
So that'll bring up Cam Weston. Who I think, if I'm hearing kind of correctly from the other side of the wall here, you know, I have headphones on too, so it's a little harder to hear. I think they're kind of saying a double in the gap would clear the bases, but it would also give the Builders a 10-run lead, which would essentially end the game. Is what I'm gathering from the room next door. So 2-0 count, 3-0 count. That pitch was high and tight to Cam. There's a strike. Which I would agree, a double to the gap with Yuri's speed, he could easily score. So here's the 3-1 pitch, and it's inside for ball 4. So that walks in another run as Riggs Ellis comes to the plate now.
Now coming to the plate, the third baseman, number 15.
So that brings Riggs up with a 7-run lead with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Again, the whole double to the gap. Honestly, anything to the outfield probably scores 2. There's a ball. This is Brady's inning, apparently. There's no one out there in the bullpen. So unless he goes to another fielder, this is Brady's inning to finish, it looks like. Here's sets. Whew, right on the corner for a strike. Was that pitch? Here we go. So 1-1 can't even count. The pitch. And it's fouled to my right for strike 2. So here's the 1-2 pitch from Brady to Riggs. And that pitch is inside. Pushes a count even. Riggs fouls that one straight up over my head. Brady looks in for his sign. He comes set, ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch again, and Riggs fouls that one down the right field over the dugout, or just past the dugout, towards the, you could say, the visiting outdoor batting cages. We're going to do it again. That's with this 2-2 count. 7th pitch of the at-bat. And Riggs swings and misses at ball 3. Let's be honest, that's what he swung at. Was ball 3. With that being said, the Builders put up 7 runs and extend their lead. Here we go to the top of the 7th. Final 3 outs for Mont Alto. And we will see where this game goes for the last 3 outs of this game right after this.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
All right, we're back here at War Memorial Stadium for the top of the 7th inning. Mont Alto's down to their final 3 outs as Jaden Anderson is back on the mound to throw the top of the 7th inning. This is one of those odd baseball rules, right? The pitcher came in the top of the 6th with a 1-run lead. So it's a 2-inning save opportunity, right? So if Jaden holds on, he will get the save for this game, even though it's going to actually be a 8-run win. Should he go 1, 2, 3, Mont Alto not score, that kind of thing. So here's Jaden facing Jonathan Lenforsky. And that first pitch in there is a strike. So we got the 5, 6, 7 hitters up for Mont Alto, starting here with Jonathan and then going into Nate Smith and Braden Ziegler. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So Jaden has been very efficient with his pitches. Pitch was thrown hard over the head of Lenforsky and bounced right back off the brick. So here's the 0-2 pitch, or the 1-2 pitch, sorry. I was looking down at my stream and saw 1-0-2. There's ball 2 to pull the count even at 2-2. And that one skips up there for ball 3. So Jaden has now worked the count full. Jonathan has done a good job of keeping his eye, using his eyes and, knowing the strike zone, not swinging at bad pitches. He lines that one right back up the middle. It actually hit Jaden. Cam scoops it up, throws it over to short for the out. So there's one down in the
number 32, Josiah Bowie.
top of the 7th. So pinch hitting now for Mont Alto is number 32, Josiah Bowie. This first pitch to him was a ball. Second pitch was a tip, according to the umpire. So 1-1 count, and it's 2-1. And that ball's punched foul, out of play. So 2-2, the count's even now. So Josiah's got 2-2 count, 1 out. Jaden's ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch. Just a hair low. So that pushes the count full, 3-2. So the payoff pitch is getting ready to come. Here it is. And he grounds it to Nolan at second. He flips it to Hunter. And around the horn it goes for the second out.
Now batting the left fielder, number 23, Braden Zegger.
So that takes us to Braden Zegger, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2 today, with a fielder's choice, a ground out and a walk in this game. And a swinging strike one. Mont Alto is down to their final out. Jaden comes set. A little low there for ball one. Push the count even at 1-1. Big swing and a miss for strike two. So the Builders are in action this week, of course. On Wednesday, they actually go down to Bryant and Stratton for a double header there. And then they'll be back here at the friendly confines of War Memorial Stadium. There's a ball. Next weekend for a weekend series. Not exactly sure who it's against. I have a second to look, though. That was a ball. Push the count full. And he walks him. With 4.
Pinch hitting for Mont Alto, number 6, Dylan Morgan.
All right. So now we have number 6, Dylan Morgan, pinch hitting. Here's first pitch of the at-bat, getting ready to come. And it's high for ball one. Strike in there for even the count up. Sorry. And that's grounded to short, thrown across the diamond, and that'll do it.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the ball game.
So,
The Builders will defeat
the Builders
11-3.
go ahead and win this one 11-3. Penn State Mont Alto Nittany Lions put up 3 runs on 8 hits with 6 errors, while the Builders put up 11 runs with 8 hits and 2 errors. So like I said, they will be back in action in Virginia Beach against Bryan and Stratton on Wednesday at 1. I guess it's not a doubleheader. However, they'll be back inside. They'll be back here at War Memorial Stadium on Saturday at noon and 3 against Bucks County Community College. And they'll turn around on Sunday and play again at 12 and 3 against the same Bucks County Community College. So until then, enjoy your week. Hope you have a great week. Hope you've enjoyed the weekend. And we've enjoyed having you here with Builder Baseball at War Memorial Stadium on Builder Stream YouTube.